What up, YouTube? On that late night drive, man, about to drop a little video. I want to talk about why I'm picking Terence Crawford to beat Canelo. I want to start off by saying like, comment, subscribe, support the channel. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to grow this thing. More content on the way. If you like boxing content similar to this video, make sure you keep tapped in. You know what I mean? Hit the sub, get the notifications, all the buttons. I don't know all the buttons yet, but hit all the buttons you need to stay tapped in with me. But let's talk about it. So, off rip, like, one thing that sticks out to me about this matchup, and this is one of the most important things, is that Bud ain't scared of Canelo. And it's a lot of fights that's gonna happen to where I feel like the opponent that Canelo fighting was scared of him. I mean, Charlo, a perfect example. Charlo was the perfect one. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he ain't scared, but Charlo was scared as hell in there. Charlo was terrified in there. You know what I mean? And even Plant. That's why Plant, I feel like, is pushing for the rematch, because Plant got in there, seen how it felt. Yes, he lost by stoppage, but realistically, Plant is going to come with a different game plan. And Plant was doing great against Canelo, but he respected him too much. You know what I mean? It even goes to show when he had said that to him. He said, "I'm pretty good, huh?" If Plant was to step in there with Canelo now, he don't know he good. You know what I mean? It's going to be a different... I mean, of course, he coming from a loss. But I just feel like that was just him overlooking his opponent. But we're going to stick to the meat and potatoes of the conversation. Bud not scared of Canelo. And we can sit here and we can say that Bud is smaller, but that's the reason why I made that video. It's because I want to show the people that Bud don't care about no size. Like, that was a 6'6", 300-pound man. That was Tank. Devin Haney's body. That dude is strong. That dude is strong. You know what I mean? He may have been chilling in that video. That dude is strong. I don't know how much he bench. I guarantee it's over 300-some pounds. Crawford is a less than 200-pound man. So for him to even be able to even impose any form of force against him is incredible. And that right there is that depletes the size issue that people trying to say he gonna have. Now they saying he gonna be slower. You know what I mean? He gonna be more tired, because I'm not buying none of that. In all honesty, I think what separates Crawford is his competitive nature. Crawford is the type of guy where he's disciplined, for one. Crawford is disciplined. You know what I mean? So Crawford ain't gonna get in there and do something just to, no, he's gonna be strategic. End of the day, he has the right mentality. He's not going in there trying to see who can knock each other out first. He's going in there to win a boxing match. And you know, fortunate for us, in order to beat Canelo, it's going to have to be in a style that is going to make an exciting fight. He's going to have to fight a style that's going to make an exciting fight. So therefore, we win. The fans, we win from this. But Bud is going to go in there with a strategy, a game plan, and he's going to be able to mentally, I feel like, deplete Canelo, because he's going to play into a game to where it's going to be chess. And yes, Canelo is a hell of a fighter, but he's in there with somebody that doesn't fear him, that has competitive nature, to where Bud will literally die in that ring before he walks out of there with an L, before he gives up. Bud is the type of dude where if you was to shoot a paper ball in the corner trash can and make it, Bud is going to try to shoot 2 in the trash can and make them. You know what I mean? Like, you're not beating Bud in nothing. 2K, you not beating him. Madden, you're not beating Bud. Bud's not going to let you win. If you beat him, what he going to do? He going to go back and learn how to play and then come back and beat you even worse. He's a competitor in all aspects, though. And those type of athletes are dangerous because he's gonna compete. He literally want to see who can drink the less water in the corner. Like Bud is that type. All he had a 2 squigs of water. You had 3, I had 2. Like Bud will compete with you in anything and everything, and it's gonna be serious. He's not gonna lose. He's not gonna. It don't matter. Like that's what's dangerous about it. You peep into wrestling, you can tell that Bud is serious, but he's not serious. But he's 3 or 4 levels higher than everybody he's playing with in that video. He's 3 or 4 levels higher. The intensity is turned up 3 to 4 levels higher than theirs is, just in case they try. Like he not even trying for real. That's just in case they try. You feel what I'm saying? So Bud alone, just off of that, man, like the competitive nature of Bud is unmatched, yo. And Canelo's gonna have to deal with that. You're not beating Bud to the door first. If he think you racing him to the door, Bud is gonna sprint to that door. You're not beating Bud in nothing. And luckily, it's a boxing match. And I trust Bud smart enough to go in there with a game plan and beat Canelo by all means necessary. And that's why I'm picking him. That's why. It ain't got nothing to do with punching power. I don't think he's going to knock him out. He could knock him out. I think he knows the blueprint to beat Canelo. Bivol already gave the blueprint to beat Canelo. And you can tell by Canelo's fight choice that that's the blueprint. One thing that you can say about Benavidez, you can say the power may not be, you know what I'm saying, up there with Canelo, but he going to throw a lot of punches. He going to throw a lot of punches. What did Bivol do to Canelo? Throw a lot of punches. That's how he won the fight. Crawford is going to have high volume, in which I think he fully understands that. So when he get in there, he is going to be in there not only counter punching, but he's also going to be coming forward, applying pressure to Canelo, in which that's something that Canelo's not used to. A lot of these fighters, Canelo pick and fight, they prepared to go in there and lay down. Charlo was prepared to go in there and lay down. Charlo, in all honesty, didn't even want to win, and I like Charlo. I like Charlo. I'm a fan of Charlo, but I'm just being real. Charlo went in there with the idea to make it to the end of the bell. And be honest though, sometimes you just wanna see how good you are against certain levels. It don't matter about the win or the loss. It's a measuring stick to see how great you are. You beat them, cool. You don't beat them, cool, but at least you didn't get knocked out. Then you know that you at least can tangle with that level. So, like I say, I got Bud's Bud's competitive nature is something Canelo hasn't dealt with. Canelo hasn't dealt with the pettiness of Crawford's competitive nature. You know what I mean? I trust Bud enough to know that Bud is not going to go in there and just get a paycheck. Bud would rather fight you for free than to go in there and just get a paycheck and lose. He's not going to do that. He'll fight you for free and win and be able to live with the fact that you never can say that you beat him than to let you go in there and beat him for some bread. Bud's not on that. So that's why we got a great fight right here. He's keeping it professional because it's on such a big stage and he want to represent his city and his state. But deep down inside, that Bud that we used to is going to come out. It already came out once, but it ain't came out fully. Bud is going to beat the brakes off Canelo. I'm sorry. Bud, you hearing it here first. Well, you probably heard it from other places too. But I'm telling y'all straight up, Bud going to beat the brakes off Canelo. And it's not going to be shocking to see. Bud is really the bigger man. Bud is really the bigger man. And like I say, Bud can do it all. It's a lot of tools that Bud gonna be able to use against Canelo that Canelo he's seen yet, but he hasn't seen used against him like Bud's gonna use them. He can sit there and say, Bud ain't fought nobody, Bud is this, Bud is that. And I respect what he's saying because that's how he feels. But when you look at the statistics, Bivol, you can look at Bivol. You know what I'm saying? you could questionably say Bivol ain't fought nobody besides Canelo up to when he fought Canelo. You can say that. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because we wasn't watching them. You know what I'm saying? We was watching, but we wasn't watching them like that. You know what I'm saying? We was focused on what Canelo's opponents. Anybody that don't know, who ain't a fan of Bivol, gonna say he ain't fought nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't watching the light heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? Now that Benavidez is there, now I'm watching it more. But I can easily say, who have you fought? And you name a bunch of legends, and I don't know who they are. You know what I mean? The common boxing fan, that can happen. So it's easy to say you haven't fought anybody. But end of the day, when he fight Canelo, I'm picking Crawford to win, man. You know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. How y'all feel about the fight. Like, comment, subscribe, support. I'll tap in with y'all in the next one.